a little more than 29,000 times longer than human civilization has been around. And yet, despite this, there's an interesting predicament. While large dinosaurs which weighed more than 1,000 kilograms were fairly common, such as the T-Rex, and smaller dinosaurs which weighed less than 100 kilograms such as the Velociraptor were also common, what isn't common is the group of dinosaurs in between these two weights, the medium-sized dinosaurs. To explain exactly what I mean, species abundance here is a range of adult animal weights for various fish species at the present, and now the same thing for mammals. As you can see, the number of species which have either extreme low or extreme high weights is quite low, with it being most common for species to have a mass in between the two, with a trend towards the lighter side. And yet, for extinct dinosaurs, this isn't the case, with the greatest number of species existing in the heavier end. For reference, here is what the chart should be expected to look like were it to follow a normal distribution, suggesting that between 50% and 85% of all dinosaurs that weighed between 100 and 1,000 kilograms are simply missing. This fact caused quite conundrum for paleontologists, which for the longest time tried explaining this ABS normality away as simply environmental and geological conditions merely favoring the deposition of small and large but not medium fossils. As a quick reference, a number of factors can make a prehistoric animal more or less fossil preservation likely to show up in the fossil record compared to their actual abundance at the time, with the fact jellyfish don't have any skeleton that would become fossilized making their abundance far less common in relevant fossils. Perhaps there truly was some environmental factor scientists couldn't identify that simply left no trace the vast majority of the time for medium-sized dinosaurs? Well, as more and more data came in via more fossil discoveries around the globe, the same pattern kept reappearing, even in localities that for all intents and purposes shouldn't have allowed larger dinosaurs to become fossilized at a higher rate than their medium-sized cousins. Multiniche dinosaurs. After much pondering and debate, a team of scientists finally came up with an explanation so simple to this problem that you'd be surprised no one had thought of it beforehand. There was no unusual abundance of missing medium-sized dinosaurs, as instead medium-sized dinosaurs truly were far less common. And the reason for this came down to the larger dinosaurs. Can you think of anything larger dinosaur do that might fill the niche of medium-sized dinosaurs? That is correct, they're children. The children and then teenage equivalents of ancient, larger dinosaurs seemingly outcompeted the vast majority of medium-sized dinosaurs at the time, acting in their niche instead. We can sort of see the same thing today via Komodo dragons. Komodo dragon comparison: their young are vulnerable, and as a result are essentially arboreal, spending much of their time in trees where they eat birds and insects. Yet, once they grow up and become adults, this survival strategy is significantly less effective, and instead they become apex predators that act as ambush hunters on the ground. The children of larger dinosaurs may have also filled one or more ecological niches different from what they would perform as adults as they grew up. And this is why there incorrectly initially appears to be a large number of missing medium-sized dinosaur fossils. While this is just a hypothesis, more finds are seemingly supporting this idea as the months and years progress. As a final note, I would like to thank my YouTube channel members and patrons on Patreon